Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I am Kellie Raspberry Evans, one of the podcast's co-hosts, along with my husband, Alan.
Hello, Alan.
Alan Evans. Thank you for joining me, honey.
Well, I don't know that I have a choice.
Oh, you have a choice. I've done this podcast so far twice without you. I could do it again if I had to.
Wow.
I don't want to.
Well, you know what?
What?
I could do it by myself.
Is that a challenge? Are we challenging each other to a solo podcast?
But here's the thing.
It's always better together.
I think if you did it by yourself, it would be, and I did it by myself, the comparison would be kind of like when Van Halen didn't have David Lee Roth or Sammy Hagar. They kind of just floundered. I think that would be me.
What would I be?
Because you're my David Lee Roth.
Well, what am I?
And I'm your Eddie Van Halen. You gotta have a front.
I'd like
you gotta
to
have a
think-
front man, is what I'm saying. You gotta have a front man.
Do I need a front man? I'd like to
I don't think you need a front man as much as I need a front man.
I'd like to think I'm like Celine Dion.
Give us some.
The French
Give us some.
accent.
Give us some.
I don't sing like her.
Give
but
us some.
I saw her perform one time in concert when she came through town. I was so lucky I got to meet her backstage. I was wearing a horrible outfit. I don't even think I saved the picture. I looked awful in it. But she has a band and everything supporting her, and she's good when she's surrounded by people. But at one point, all the band went underneath the stage, and she's on the stage all by herself. And she sang and danced, and she did Elvis, and she did John Travolta and stuff. It was crazy good, all by herself.
Did she do Cher?
No, aren't they almost one and the same sometimes?
That's why I wanted you to give me some.
Well, if I gave you Celine, it would be Cher.
Come on,
baby.
babe. Near, far, wherever you want. Give us some.
Oh, you were doing so good.
Well, I can't do it like
I
you.
don't do a Celine Dion.
Oh,
I've
come
never
on.
tried to sing like Celine
It
Dion.
really makes my heart happy when you.
But I don't
yeah, you
know.
go, baby. You were about to.
I don't. She speaks. I'd have to like hear her to copy her. I'm trying to think that she speaks in the French, you know, and she gets really excited, right? I'd have to hear her. I can't do it.
Do you scuba?
Huh?
Do you scuba?
Scuba? Do you scuba? I don't know. I'll work on Celine.
Work on that. That's one of your best bits.
I've never done it. How could it be one of my best bits?
You've done it. I've heard you do it.
All right, guys.
I've heard you do it.
We dive into the podcast. I got to tell you, I've been having some, back and forth with my daughter. She is 12, almost 13. Some days it's like talking to a brick wall. I'm just like, forget it. I'm not even going to try to have a conversation with you. But she has been downright pleasant the past few days. I took her to a private volleyball lesson tonight because she's finally decided she's interested in volleyball. So I'm trying to get her caught up because she's going into 7th grade. And if she doesn't have the overhand serve down, she ain't got a chance in heck of playing for the school. So we're trying to get her caught up. So she's out there practicing and I'm working. I've got a bunch of stuff to do for the show. And we got in the car and we were singing along to songs on the radio together. And she asked me, like, can I stop and get Jack in the Box? I'm like, I probably should feed her something healthier, but okay, why not? It's not that Jack in the Box isn't a wonderful choice sometimes, but I meant a home cooked meal.
Hashtag not an ad.
Not an ad. I didn't mean to call them unhealthy either. They're perfectly fine.
But they are unhealthy.
No, anything in excess is unhealthy.
Especially Jack in the Box.
Hey, a little Jack in the Box, a jumbo Jack.
Oh.
Perfection. Anyway, she got the number 6 in case you were wondering. Curly fries, Dr. Pepper.
Full strength Dr. Pepper.
We get home. She's into full strength. She's, as Britney Spears says it, she's skinny as a nail. She can handle it.
Okay.
So anyway, we get home. I get her out of the car, and I just had to stop for a minute. I sat in the car by myself. I don't know if you noticed she came in the house before I did.
Well, that always happens.
But I sat there, well, because she's just in such a hurry to get out. But I had to relish what had just happened.
What just happened?
I just told you.
Oh.
I just went through the whole list of what happened in the car with my daughter.
That she had a good attitude?
Yeah.
Okay.
We sang along in the car together. We got along. There wasn't one word filled with any angst or anxiety or anger or snapping or anything at me. It was just a pleasant experience. And as I watched her walk
Unlike
into
this
the house,
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. And she walked in the house, and I just had to sit there for a minute and be like, oh my gosh, I love that child right now. I love her all the time. I don't always like her so much, but man, I love her so much right now. That was such a good moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then she went up to her room, and I came in the house, and I haven't seen her since. That's been about what, an hour and a half ago? 2 hours?
About 2-3 hours ago. Yeah.
But still.
Hey, you got to take the wins as they come. You know, you'll take it. I'll take it.
I took it, and I'm going to tell you about something she revealed to me in the car that could have caused an argument in case instead, I should say, it caused a little lighthearted, but Mama was serious conversation. She didn't take it too badly either.
Are you just going to spring this on us, or are we going to do a little rundown? Are you going to tease that and maybe do a little rundown?
I can tease that. I was going to do a sponsor.
Oh, well. That's not really a baked in presentation, but you can do a sponsor. Let's do a sponsor.
Every once in a while, you just got to get to it.
Okay.
You know, I'm wearing a bra. Women wear bras. More women should wear bras than they do. I'll be honest. Sometimes, ladies, you need to rethink that look. You think you can get away without wearing a bra, but sometimes that perky little, you can get away with it in your teens and early 20s. No. You need a bra, but you need, more importantly, the right bra. You need one that fits, one that you're not swimming around in, one that you're not spilling out of. You need a Third Love bra.
Third Love.
I get so many comments on Third Love when I do the commercials for them about people saying, you know what, I tried it, I loved it, or I've been a Third Love fan forever. Thank you, Kellie, for finally getting on board. Third Love has a Fit Finder quiz. It takes just a minute of your time, and you'll find out it's more about not only the size of your breast, but the shape. And using that information, Third Love now has officially 78 bra sizes, bands that range from 30 inches to 48 inches, cup sizes from AA to I. This is one of the biggest ranges in the bra industry. And they also have that fabulous half cup size. So no more almost filling a cup, no more spilling out of a cup, because you might find out I've been a half cup size all along. Or maybe you've gained weight. You need a little bit more. Maybe you've lost weight. You need a new size bra because you're not filling up your old bras. Trust me, take the Fit Finder quiz. It's worth your time. And I'm going to tell you what, it's going to be a bra like you've never experienced. People are so happy when they find it. But we have a special offer, and I'm going to give you, I'm sitting here. Here we go. Third Love, the most comfortable bra you ever own, has a special offer for our listeners.
That's right. Third Love knows there's a perfect bra for everyone. 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 Even me.
If you needed,
I'm sure they could hook me up. So right now they're offering our listeners 15% off your first order. Go to thirdlove.com/sandwich now to find your perfect fitting bra and get 15% off your first purchase. That's thirdlove.com/sandwich. 15% off today, babe.
Huge. Order a lot of them.
Huge.
A really easy return policy if you need to exchange it for a better size.
Hey, let me just throw something out real quick. I think women have a bigger problem with spilling out of a cup than men do. I'm just going to go out there on a limb and say that.
Right.
I don't have a problem with spilling out of cups. Why is that a problem? Why is that a big problem?
The bra.
What?
There's a cup shape.
This is not part of the ad, by the way.
There's a shape, and if you're spilling out, it's not. Some people like that look.
Where it's like
you're spilling out of the top of the bra. What do you think I was talking about? When the cleavage is spilling out on the top of the bra.
Well, when guys say they're talking to other dudes and they're like, dude, she was like falling out of that dress. That's a good thing.
No,
guys are fine with that.
That doesn't sound like a fine thing.
So you're saying spilling out is...
Well, men might prefer that if they're lecherous.
If they're lecherous?
And horny, I guess. But no, I think as a rule, a woman should fit in her bra. Unless, she's going for a look.
Nothing wrong with lecherous and horny.
Going for a look. You wear that tiny bra,
okay.
ladies.
Well, I'm just going out there on a limb, and I'm going to say that.
All right. Well, give your rundown so I can get back to my story, my conversation with my daughter.
Yeah, we're going to get back to this thing she told you. Mm-hmm. This is big news.
Big, huge.
It got me thinking, man, I hope I'm being a good influence around here.
Well, as long as she's not listening to this podcast.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we had Father's Day. We haven't talked about Father's Day. I mean, we would touch on that real quick. I have a recipe I want to share. There was a little more tenseness around your dad. He tends to tell stories that make everybody tense.
Oh my gosh, you're not going to tell that on the podcast, are you?
It's not you. You shrugged your shoulders when I told my sister. You were like, "Yeah, okay, I've heard that."
That's your sister, and your sister doesn't listen to this podcast.
Well, I may tell it. Got a little tidbit news. We may get to. Well, no, I don't know. We may get to tidbit news. We're going to talk about modesty as a married monogamous couple? And are there things you should do with the door open or closed? We're going to talk about that. Okay, for sure. That's pretty much what we got. And then you've got...
Let's just go ahead. Before we even get to that conversation, I'll tell y'all right now.
Okay,
Alan
go ahead. You go ahead.
is way more prudish about certain things. And then not about others. It really makes no sense. You're a hard person to read.
It's harder to hit a moving target.
All right.
So we'll get into that.
Okay.
Before you finish your story, you want to do this thing I was telling you about?
Do whatever you want, honey. Whatever. If you feel like that now's the time's right, we can do it.
Okay, let's just do this real quick. I got this is kind of like a letter, but I actually got a note in Instagram from one of our podcast listeners. Her name's Allison. And Allison's friends with a gal friend named Betsy. Okay, so these are the two people in this message. And I just wanted to read it because it's an inspiring message. And Allison wanted Kellie and I to meet Betsy, but we're unable to because we will be in Galveston, I believe. Okay.
Right in the middle of our family vacation, not the podcast family, our literal children and us.
We'll be with our kids in Galveston. Yeah. So Allison sent this to me just a few days ago. She says, "Hi, Alan. My name is Allison. And while I would like to call myself yours and Kellie's biggest fans, I can't. My best friend, Betsy, has been a loyal listener and fan from day one. Betsy is a special person, a dedicated elementary school teacher. She's a loyal friend and a loving wife to her husband, Jay. This last year, Betsy has been fighting osteosarcoma at only 25 years old. This could steal someone's joy, but Betsy has trusted in God's plan and continues to be the same joyful best friend I've always known. This July 6th, we celebrated her last chemo treatment. We celebrate her last chemo treatment.
Awesome.
She'll be ringing the gong at Charles A. Simmons Cancer Center at Dallas at 10 a.m.
Oh, I wish we could be there.
Yeah, and so she goes on to say that she'd love to have us there, and they're having lunch there. But she just said, "Hey, if you're unable to make it, could you just give her a shout out?" And we're gonna
absolutely. So we would have been a surprise.
Yeah,
but surprise, we're not going to be there.
Surprise, we're not going to be there. We're sorry.
We're going to be in Galveston.
But Betsy, way to go! And
that's wonderful. I hope that's the last chemo treatment you ever have to endure. Yeah, I would hope. You never know how you're going to act when you're in that situation. You hear people who are positive, they trust in the Lord, and they're like, God's got this, and they have the best attitude. That lady in Lubbock that's been so awesome, our friend from Lubbock, they're the same way. And it's like, you'd like to think that you'd be a shining example of what it is to be strong facing something like that. But until you go through it, you just don't know. So absolutely. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. You missed. We have flies. We have had an influx of flies.
So anyhow, Betsy, sorry we can't be there, but we'll.
Oh my gosh, we're so excited for you. Ring that bell.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, babe. So finish with your story.
Okay, so Emma, Kellie, and I are in the car, and she likes watching TikTok videos. They used to be called something else. I can't remember, but it's where you can go on and make your own music videos. And now it's called TikTok. So now I can't remember what it used to be. Musical.ly. It used to be called Musical.ly, and now it's TikTok. So anyway, she's on there and she's watching some girl. And at first I thought it was one of her friends. She looked very much like our friend's daughter, but it wasn't her. It was some influencer who is on TikTok. And she's doing a dance routine and she's pretty cute. And she's wearing a shirt that kind of lifts up and you can see her belly. I wasn't paying this close attention to what my daughter said next. Mommy, what do you think about belly button rings? I don't particularly care. I have to, here's my goal in life. My goal in life has been to turn my daughter off of tattoos, glitter, and smoking. Those are my three things. And I have been pounding those ideas into her head since she was an infant.
What about weed?
Well, smoking, you have to smoke weed.
Oh,
she knows I'm very anti-drug.
You mean that kind of smoking?
No, I meant cigarettes.
Oh.
So anyway, she knows I'm anti-drugs too. So anyway, I've successfully gotten her. She hates glitter as much as I do. I hate it. Doesn't care about smoking, but that's the trend of most kids these days. And the tattoos things, no, not interested. I forgot to go for belly button rings. My bad. So I have to sit there and say, no, you don't want a belly button ring. Why? Why are you asking? I want one. And I can see it's why. It's because this influencer girl is doing these cute little dance moves. And every time she lifts up her shirt and you can see her belly, got a belly button ring. I'm like, you are 12 years old. Well, I don't mean right now. I want one when I'm maybe like 13. No. 16. No. She goes, well, I'm 18. I can get one.
Now, that's true.
I said, legally you can. And you can also get a job. And you can also get a car. And you can pay your own way. But, I'm like, you're not getting a belly button ring. And then I said the real nail in the coffin, talk to your dad about it. But here's my thing. I'm afraid her dad's not going to say anything. I think he's going to be okay with it. Because when I was married before, I have an older stepdaughter too, bonus daughter. And when she turned 18, she went out that day and got tattoos, and she's had belly button rings and everything. So what do I do?
Well, as long as she's living here, no belly button ring. That's easy.
No, but when she turns 18.
Well, turns 18. She turns 18.
Am I wrong to not want her to have one?
No, I don't think you're wrong.
I said, why do you want one? I just like it. I said, are you trying to be sexy? Ew, no, why? I said, well, I think that's why a lot of girls get them, is because they want to be sexy and let other little boys look at their, look at their belly button ring. Well, isn't that belly button ring kind of close to other stuff?
These teenage girls' taste change in 10 minutes. She may be wanting something else now. She come down and tell you what she wants, something else.
Well, she still doesn't want a tattoo, because that was the next thing I asked her.
Well, you know what?
Now you gonna want a tattoo? She said no.
She says that now.
But see, that might be the thing. Maybe she says, okay, Mom, you got a choice. Tattoo or belly button ring. What you gonna go with?
Yeah, the piercings are how you work your way into the tattoos. Your goal should be to keep her out of the tattoo parlor, which is where all this buffoonery happens. Where do you go to get a belly button ring? Tattoo shop.
Well, I don't know if they do it at Claire's Boutique. They do the ears at Claire's Boutique. I don't know.
Do they do that there? No.
I don't know. Anyway.
Well, there are piercing shops that just do piercings too, but you have to be 18, Lord. Don't you?
I think legally, yeah. She said, legally, I can at 18. And you can legally get your own apartment at 18 too, Emma Kelly.
Now, we're sounding old here, but...
I just don't want my daughter to have a belly button ring. I don't want people looking at her sexy.
I was just going to say, like, the nose rings. Can you get those before you're 18?
I don't know.
Seems like I've seen really young girls with those things, but they might be the stick-on ones, not the pierced ones.
I think with a parent's permissions, you can get piercings. I think. I don't know the law on that.
Maybe you should get a belly button ring.
No.
What about a belly button with one of them those colored barbells on each side?
No.
Why?
It's not my jam.
Yeah,
the craziest thing I ever did was I got my second hole pierced. I have 2 holes in my ears, but I let it close up. And I was tempted to get it. Remember, I got those little studs? I was tempted to get my second hole re-pierced so I could start wearing studs in the second hole, but you weren't really into that. Think I'm too old for that?
Sometimes I'm into the second hole. I don't know. I'd have to.
How do you feel about second holes in general?
I mean, I'd go there.
Yeah, but not with me, not with my ears. No.
Yeah, let's just leave yours like the way it is.
Okay.
Right. Let's just leave it.
So that was the big conversation. Did I fail
like
as a parent? Is it wrong for me not to want my daughter to have a belly button ring?
No, I don't think you failed.
Am I the only one that thinks belly button rings are considered sexy? It's not. It's more of a sexy thing than a fashion statement.
No, wait a second.
Earrings, I don't think are sexy.
I'm gonna throw out a hot sports opinion.
I think belly button rings to me are sexy.
They're so early 2000s.
But I don't know.
Who's doing that anymore?
Well, apparently these little influencers on TikTok, because my daughter wants one.
Young girls, studio audience, correct me if I'm wrong. Young gals don't do this anymore, do they? And I'm talking like 18 to 24.
I'm just telling you what my daughter said.
18 to 30.
She's 12.
Anybody 18 to 30 get a belly button ring recently? I don't know. Maybe somebody can send us a note on that.
I'm an old prudish mom.
And just send me pictures, not Kelly. Just send them to me.
Of what, their belly button rings?
Yeah.
See that.
I'll screen those. Okay, babe. No, I think you're doing fine. You didn't fail as a parent.
No, she didn't leave in a huff out of the car. She's like, Mom, that kind of thing.
She wasn't harumphing when she left the car?
No, because this isn't an immediate thing.
Yeah.
She's probably halfway thinking her dad will say it's okay.
Okay, we have another. That was a mother-daughter quandary. We have a relationship quandary, and it's come up several times in our relationship. And we need to get this out on the table. We're going to get this out on the table, as your dad would say.
All right.
So right before this podcast, I needed my Lucky Podcast hat.
How did I know that?
Because I did not have my hat.
How was I to know that?
So I needed my Lucky Podcast hat. So Kelly's not in here. So I just go.
But I told you where I was going.
I didn't hear you. So I go.
I told you. Okay. Alan's in here getting the podcast set up.
You're hijacking my story.
I'm not. I'm telling you before. I'm in the kitchen. I say, honey, I know we're getting ready to start the podcast, but I got to go do something real quick. And I told you what that something was.
I didn't hear you. So I go tootling into the bedroom. It's dark, but Kelly hears me walk in, and she's in the shotgun. The shotgun shitter. She's on the toilet.
I'm in the bathroom.
Right. She's on the...
sitting on the toilet.
We have a little shotgun shitter where it's like a little room, like that's all that's in there.
It's a toilet with a privacy door.
Right.
It's a water closet.
Did you hear what she just said? It's a toilet with a privacy door.
Yeah.
Okay. So I go walking in there, door WFO. Wide frookin' open.
But here's the thing.
And she's sitting on the hog, and she's not doing a number one. I said, babe,
Alan,
close the door. She goes, oh, I didn't know you were going to come in here. And I'm like, I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, I'm pooping.
I'm trying.
Door. Yeah.
You're telling the story so wrong.
No, door wide, freaking open.
I heard you step into the bedroom. I could hear your feet on the closet, on the carpet. I said, are you coming in here? You said, yes. I said, just a minute. And I shut the door. So you didn't see anything.
No, I didn't see anything.
Okay, the way you told it, it sounded like you saw me sitting there and all my business.
Details.
See,
the fact of the matter is, here's the crux of the issue. The crux of the issue is you will poop with the door WFO. I do not understand that.
I was trying because as people who have known me my entire life, if I'm lucky, I maybe go once a week. So I was like, I feel like maybe this is my time. So I go back there. You're up here getting the podcast ready. You're talking to people on the podcast as far as I know. You're ready to go. I said, honey, I need to try to go to the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back. So I'm back there why would I shut the door? I had no idea you were coming back there. It's on the other wing of the house in our huge estate.
Why does...
And the minute I hear your foot on the carpet, I'm like, wait, Alan, is that you? Are you coming back here? Yes. I shut the door. So you didn't see anything. And this is what Alan tells me. He goes off on me having the door open. Why would you leave the door open? I didn't think you were coming back here. When I'm alone at home, here, this is Alan. When I am alone at home and I have to poop, I shut the door.
The issue here, okay, listen. The issue here isn't that I saw you or didn't see you. I don't care. I've seen you poop before on the toilet.
Not.
Yes, I've walked right by and there you are. And I'm like, and you shut the door.
You've seen me.
Okay, what you can say that. You can say that. Whatever. No, it's fine. I don't care. It's not that I saw you or didn't see you. It's the fact.
The most disgusting. No, why are we talking about this?
It's the fact that you leave the door open when you go.
Because you're not going to be back there. And the fact that you close it when you're home alone is weird to me.
Okay,
Who are you hiding from? Larry?
Let me put this in terms. Larry, let me put this in terms.
You don't like the dog watching
Let me put this in terms you can understand and our listeners can understand. When you let your dog out, does the dog just pop a squat 5 feet from you and look you straight in the eyes? No, the dog goes and he looks around and he's looking for a good spot to go. And Larry goes out to the back of the yard in that high grass. And he kind of peeks around, he sniffs, and then he kind of quietly does his business.
Is that some sort of instinctive thing because they're trying to hide from hunters or something?
Yes.
I'm not
Same
hiding
for me.
from
I'm hiding.
I'm hiding from what?
I don't know. I just can't do it with the door open.
Nobody's in the house.
I can't do it with the door open.
I'm going to shock a lot of people. Sometimes I walk around naked. Sometimes I pee and try to poop with the door open because I'm by myself.
It's just the pooping thing. I'll walk around in a Speedo all day.
Does it matter?
I don't know. It just does.
You never saw me and you have never seen me.
I don't know what it is because I have this quirk and Kelly's called me out on it. I can't sleep with the door open. Our bedroom door has to be Not completely
closed all the way shut.
Just, it has to be almost closed.
It has to be ajar.
Ajar. Yes.
Glad
I thought of that word. Ajar.
Like, why? Tell everybody why.
I don't know why.
That's it. That's the reason. He doesn't know why. It just has to be ajar. If I go to bed, and I'm usually the last one to get in bed because you know how it is, ladies. Men go to bed. They go to bed, they get on their tablet or their phone, they watch car videos on YouTube. What does the woman have to do? Oh man, I got to take that load out of the dryer. I got to make sure that the kids' lunches are packed for tomorrow. Oh crap, I forgot to turn on the dishwasher. Wow, did I go up and make sure her homework papers are signed? I got 50 things to do before I can go to bed. Mr. King in the house is watching yet another video from, what is that guy you watch on
that
YouTube?
guy's great. Doug DeMuro.
How many videos more do you have to go through before you're done?
He's got a lot. Guy's got 3 million YouTube followers.
Prop up in bed like you haven't got a care in the world. And an hour later, I might come crawling into bed. And then once I'm like, oh crap, I forgot. I gotta do something else. I get up and go again. And then I come and get back in bed.
Now,
but if I don't shut the door where it's cracked a little bit open, oh, babe, he huffs and puffs.
I harump. I harump.
And let me tell you, everybody, he is lying on the side of the bed closest to the door. Who has to get up and do the door?
Kellie Raspberry.
You know why?
Why?
Because I was the last one in bed.
Yes.
So it's my fault.
Yes, exactly. I think our audience will back me up on all this.
I think so too.
Hey,
and the funny thing is you're not denying any of it.
No,
because it's true.
And one of our live studio audience members here in the podcast studio with us says this coming from a guy who crab walk out of the stall at KFC to grab paper towels.
Wouldn't even ask a man to hand you tissue. You'd rather him see you in all your business. So I
don't know what it is. I really don't.
No sense.
Well, it
makes no sense.
It's an instinctive thing. I don't know what it is. I cannot sleep with the door open. I cannot go to the bathroom with the door open.
Okay. And I get the fact you don't need to be seeing your significant other pooing.
Yeah. The last thing I want to see is you on the pot with a brain vein. Okay. I don't want to see that.
But a lot of people feel that way about the going number one as well. For some reason, I don't like do it as a habit. But if I happen to be hanging in front of him and he walks in the room, I'm like, whatever. I don't go out of my way to do that in front of you.
No.
And yet you will stand there like.
I'll stand there. I'll go hands free. I'll go Bluetooth hands free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's the pooping. Why do I talk like that?
I don't know.
It's the pooping. It's the pooping. Yeah, I don't either. But I had to get it off my chest.
I'm glad. Oh gosh. Just for everybody's information, I did not.
You didn't go
in front of him, and he did not see me.
That's not what I'm concerned about.
You were just lying on the podcast saying you came by and I'm sitting there.
You were.
You didn't come by and see me.
As I was stepping foot into the bathroom, that door was closing.
I heard you on the carpet.
I saw a leg. I saw a leg.
All right.
I did. I saw a leg.
Okay. Because when I shut the door, I stick my leg out and dangle it first. Oh my gosh.
Mama long legs over here. I saw a leg.
Yeah. There you go.
That's all I'm saying. All right. I'm glad we resolved that.
Yeah, I feel so resolved.
Hey, I'm sorry I have little things that I have about me. Sorry. You do too. You have lots of little things.
What little thing?
Your air conditioner thing. That's a little thing.
Oh, back to that.
There's lots of stuff that you do that I scratch my head and I'm like, what's that all about?
All right. You see how wide that door gets left open tonight.
Babe, you got to close it. I can't.
Oh, babe.
I think it's because when I was a kid, this is no joke. When I was a kid, my mom, I think she'd tuck me in bed and then she'd say like, I have to tuck you in bed so the moo-moos don't get you.
Moo-moos.
Yeah.
Well, moo-moos to me are big oversized dresses that women wear around the house.
I think
What is a muumuu?
I think this is Tagalog Filipino slang for the boogeyman.
Oh, okay.
So I always had to have my closet shut. No joke. Now it's coming back to me. I always had to have my closet shut, like not cracked, shut, or I couldn't go to bed.
And then what about the door crack? Was that more for her to hear you if you cried because the muumuus were coming?
I think that might be it. I think we unpacked what's going on here.
Well, you are now a grown ass man.
And I have a gun.
And there are no muumuus.
Are you sure? There's no muumuus that are going to get me?
All right. I'm glad we got to the root of that problem.
All right.
All right. Well, we all want to do the right thing to keep our bodies healthy. And, part of being healthy is going to the bathroom on a regular basis.
Which I do.
I know.
Every day.
You're very right.
Sometimes twice a day.
But you know what? Alan and I have also been trying to eat healthier, and we've been cutting, certain things from our diet. But sometimes, you can only eat so many kale salads and things like that, and the smoothies. If you can gag those down, I've never been able to drink those vegetable smoothies and stuff. So the odds are, if I'm not adding vitamins in pill form to my diet, I'm not getting all the vitamins and nutrients I need. But there are so many that you're missing from your diet. Are you going to sit there and some people take 12, 15 pills a day? No, I don't have time for that. That's why I love Ritual. Ritual vitamins, especially for women. They have been obsessively researched, and you only need to take 2 a day to get everything you need and fill in all the gaps in your diet. The things I love most about Ritual vitamins, in addition to the fact that you only have to take 2 to get everything you need, is sometimes you know how you take a vitamin on an empty stomach and you get that sick feeling in your stomach. It makes you feel nauseous. Mm-hmm. Not with Ritual. It's a no nausea capsule. It's gentle on an empty stomach. So there's no instruction, take it with food, because it's not necessary. And there's a mint tab in every bottle that keeps things fresh. So when you're taking this pill, it's almost like a little breath freshener that freshens you from the inside out. So you don't have that fishy aftertaste either. But in addition to that, it's really all about the vitamins you need. It's got everything from D3 to omega-3. And it's a subscription service that's easy to start, easy to snooze if you need to do that too. Only about $1 a day to have all the essential nutrients your body needs delivered every month with no strings attached.
Better health doesn't happen overnight, and right now Ritual is offering our listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. So fill in the gaps in your diet with Essential for Women, a small step that helps support a healthy foundation for your body. Visit ritual.com/sandwich to start your Ritual today. That's 10% off during your first 3 months. Go to ritual.com/sandwich.
Love that. As I drink my water.
You like the
water's essential for life too.
You like the no burp.
Right. There's nothing worse than burping up vitamins and they get stuck in your craw and that nausea. Not with Ritual. Ladies, give it a try.
I know where you can get a good smoothie where I've been working out.
They have a smoothie bar you like,
Yes, that place is great. Man. Hashtag not an ad.
But are you doing like the vegetable ones or are you doing the fruity smoothies? There's a difference. People that put like garlic and kale and spinach and carrots and cucumbers, and then you throw in an apple and it makes it taste delicious. One apple ain't going to cover up all that.
He makes me a strawberry cinnamon smoothie and it's all vegan.
Well,
so
what are you getting
almond milk. Like no dairy.
So it's just a treat. It's not like jam-packed with all
No, it's jam-packed full of good stuff. It better be. It's freaking $9.
Oh, honey.
What?
Why are you getting $9 smoothies?
Well, I don't go there every day. It's good. It's really good.
Oh, my gosh. You're spending $9 on a smoothie?
Sometimes it rings up as like 7 something, and sometimes it's 9. I don't understand.
They have happy hour smoothies or something?
Maybe that's it. But I love going there. Body Machine Fitness. So I smoked, back to Father's Day, I smoked 6 racks of baby back ribs. I'm going to post the recipe on the kellyanallen.com/blog site.
It was a lot of meat.
Because it's a lot.
But raspberries are big eaters. And we weren't going to smoke all 6. You were going to save a couple of those for later.
But I panicked.
You panic because raspberries are big eaters.
Right. And I didn't want to be caught short on food.
And that's one thing. The horror of horrors is to host an event and not have enough food. That is like awful where the raspberries are concerned. So you always have too much so you can send everybody home with leftovers. But they were absolutely fabulous. It's the first time you've tried smoking ribs on your new smoker.
But basically what I did, I smoked them with a mesquite wood at 250 degrees for about 3.5 hours. But before I put them on the grill, I put a rub on them. And then the rub, I'll post the recipe for the rub. It had salt, brown sugar, black pepper, white pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, chili powder, paprika, lots of stuff in it. So I put the rub on there, smoked them for 3 hours, and then about every hour while they were smoking, I basted them with apple juice, barbecue sauce, and brown sugar.
They were delicious. They really were delicious.
And they turned out really good.
You were afraid you might have overcooked them a little?
I think I might have overdone them just a hair.
Not for me, because I like my meat just a little bit overcooked.
I mean, they were still juicy and tender, but for me, I would have liked to maybe pulled off another maybe 15 minutes earlier. But Kelly bought me this is a really cool gift. She just for
we were talking
for cooking.
about it.
She bought me a barbecue smoker's journal, and I can
take notes and refine. It says take notes, refine your process, improve your results. 54 journal sheets.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there, and he's doing a lot of trial and error. And the first time he used the smoker, he tried doing fish and he tried doing pork chops, and the fish was overcooked and the pork chops were close to right. I said, so what you need to do is write down exactly what you did so you can tweak it for the next time. And that way, because you think you're going to remember and you don't. How long did I leave those on? What spice did I use? What spice do I never want to use again? So you take these notes, and that way you can perfect your process.
Yeah. And I put
while we were talking about it, it's the easiest thing to do is to use the Amazon app. And I just literally, without even telling you I did it, I just typed in barbecue cooking journal or something like that. It was there, boom, ordered it. It was here the next day.
But I put that I would have used a little less cumin. I would have used a little more barbecue sauce. So you can make notes like that to yourself. And I would have cooked them on maybe a slightly lower temperature next time. I wrote down how many adults were there, how many children, how many leftovers we had, and just stuff like that. So I've always wanted to get more into smoking, and I think
you only gave yourself a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I gave myself a 7 out of 10.
Oh, you're a tough critic, babe.
I'm my own toughest critic.
You didn't put down the fish, did you?
I couldn't remember what I did.
Yeah, see?
So
you think you're going to remember and you can't.
Yeah.
So that's why we got the barbecue journal. Great little gift to give, a little something extra for Father's Day.
A great gift idea.
Because he got all grill stuff for Father's Day. He got something where he can marinate the meat, where you can flip it over without having to do it in, saran wrap or
a bag
or a bowl in the refrigerator. It's I went to Bed Bath & Beyond. And you get that 20. Oh, that's another thing I do. I love to save money. You pay like a flat fee for a year. It's like, I want to say $29. And you don't have to say those 20% off coupons anymore that expire and then they're only good for 10% off. This gets you 20% off everything for the entire year. And in one shopping trip, I break even with that $29 that I save. So anyway, I got you that marinator thing. I got you cedar planks. I got you a salt, what is that? A salt slab.
Oh, a salt block, yeah.
I got him a salt block.
You can stick that in the grill or like on the grill, and you can grill stuff on it.
And you can even serve seafood and stuff on it, like chilled and things.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
That's really cool.
I got you food tents for when we're eating outside. You can put the food tents over the food so the flies don't get to it. What else did I give you? And that journal.
A lot of great stuff.
It was all barbecue.
Well, and
stuff.
remember when we were building the outdoor kitchen, I said, "Can we just make this my Father's Day?" Because that wasn't inexpensive.
If I hadn't had something for you to open, wouldn't your feelings have been hurt?
No, it wouldn't have been.
Alan,
I don't think so.
Because I would never let that happen.
Now, if I hadn't got any cards from the kids, my feelings would have been hurt.
Okay,
but not if I didn't have a present. I mean, we built that outdoor kitchen.
Well, how do you feel about getting a Father's Day card from your wife? Would that have hurt your feelings if I didn't get you one? Because you're not my father.
Well, I don't know if it would hurt my feelings, but I would have been like, Do you not think I'm a good father?
How would you feel if I didn't wish you Happy Father's Day on social media?
I'd be devastated.
It is funny how we judge people like that.
I would be absolutely devastated.
Because it's like, who are we doing this? It's almost
Me?
like well, I'm gonna tell you, it's like a peer pressure thing, because if you don't wish the person that's in your life happy Father's Day or happy birthday or something, that people are going to look at you like, what's your problem? Like, my father doesn't have social media, but I had to post happy Father's Day to my father, or people will assume I don't love my father. You know what I mean?
Well,
people are like that.
I know people
You and
are
I
like
had
that.
a discussion about somebody who didn't post happy Father's Day, and we were like, what was that about? We automatically judge.
I know people are like that, but I'd like to think that I'm just speaking for myself, that I post things that I truly believe.
I believe what I posted, but I also feel like if I don't post, people are going to think I'm mad at Alan today or something.
Yeah. Well, you're really active on social media. So if
Not
there
as
was
much as you are. Ooh.
not as much as I am, but if you know what, I'm not as active though. I'm with this service now. It's this social media influencer thing. I don't know how I got hooked up with these guys. Yeah, I haven't even told you about this.
What are you doing?
Well, they find things for you to do. And they run your profile through all these statistics, and have you grown it or your following organically, and have you done it shady, like buying followers or all that stuff, and your engagement rate, your likes and comments versus how many followers you have, all that's really good for me.
What are they? What's
I'll
the deal?
show it to you later.
Why'd they do that? Why'd they reach out to you?
I don't know.
Are you paying them?
No.
They're doing it for free.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, that's how they make their money. They have a pool of influencers, and they go to a company and they say, you want to advertise on social media? I have a pool of influencers.
Oh, so you're a client now.
Yeah.
And so if they get you business, you get money.
Yeah.
Look at my husband having a side hustle.
Side hustle.
Not even telling your wife.
Anyway.
You tell the podcast family before you tell me.
Listen, my point is, they run your profile through all this stuff, and it said the number of times I post is like 4 times a week on Instagram, and that said that was low.
Yeah.
That's
you have
low.
to do it like every day.
I mean, I
twice a day
average 4 times a week, so that's not very much. Now, it's probably more than you.
Yeah, I'm bad. I need to do better.
But
again, I don't have social media influencers helping me.
Well, that might be because you're on the radio.
Yeah, maybe.
Nationally syndicated.
I should do better. I try. I go through spurts where I do too much and then I don't do anything at all. Hey, you know what? The other night, Emma Kellie has been having a lot of sleepovers lately. 10:30 p.m. My doorbell rings. Freaks me out. Who comes to the door at 10:30 p.m.? You know what happened? Without Ring, I wouldn't have known what happened. But one of the girls forgot her charger, and her daddy got up and drove over here and brought her a charger for her phone.
Well, we didn't know that.
Well, I hope Emma Kellie didn't think that's what's going to happen if that happens to her, because we're like, suck it up and borrow somebody else's charger. We're not coming over with a charger at 10:30 at night. But that was scary. But thanks to Ring, we could, look real quick at the camera and not sit there and panic and hold my breath, hoping whoever the scary person outside would just leave. Because with Ring, we're like, can we help you?
We knew who was there.
Immediately. Ring gives you that extra peace of mind, that extra security when you are traveling. Even though when we're traveling, we're having somebody watch our house, so you don't be thinking nothing. We're having a house sitter. But, she's going to be here. If a package gets delivered, we can be sitting on the beach. Our phone's going to be beep, beep. Look, a package has been delivered. Hey, can you go out to the front porch and get that package? It's just like that extra level of security. If you don't have Ring, you're going to be like that last person who held off to get a cell phone. You know how everybody was holding off and now everybody has a cell phone?
Or a DVD player.
Why are you holding off? Everybody has a Ring. What are you waiting for? Especially now when you see it on the news all the time about, people having crime solved. You could be part of a crime solving thing with your Ring. It's got the HD video, the 2-way audio features on the Ring's devices. And we've got a great way for you to get started at a really good deal. That
Ring has helped us out countless times. And as a listener, you have a special offer on a Ring starter kit available right now with a video doorbell and a motion-activated floodlight cam. The starter kit has everything you need to start building that ring of security around your home like Kellie and I have. Just go to ring.com/sandwich. That's ring.com/sandwich. Pretty easy there,
Get on
babe.
it.
Pretty easy. Anybody can get that ring of security.
Ooh, The fly's back. I thought you killed that fly. Is this another fly?
I missed that fly. How are we getting all these flies
It's like
in
the
here?
Lord of the Flies has moved up in here. You know what it is? They found out you got that salt gun, assault rifle. And now they're coming back to avenge their brother's deaths.
You know what? This is what happens when you leave doors open. Just saying.
Who's leaving the door open?
You.
All right. That's because our front door doesn't shut, handyman. If you don't slam the front door, it bounces back open. Is that what you're referring to? The front door?
No, I'm referring to the doors you leave open.
I only leave the door open for a minute if I'm running outside and running right back in.
Oh, okay. All right, babe. You
said you wanted to do tidbit news, baby. I'm looking at yours.
Okay.
You went to all this trouble to schedule, and you're not even looking at it.
You told me you had something. I guess we're not going to do it.
You didn't tease it, so I figured you didn't want to do it.
Well,
I'll save it.
I thought it was a funny bit,
but you didn't tease it, so I figured you wanted to save it.
Hey, did you know I ordered 2 more bathing suits from Amazon
for the family
for
vacation?
the family vacation?
More Speedos?
No, it's Speedo brand, but I like my boxer briefs so much now.
Thank you.
That they are the Speedo trunks with the squared off. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
Thank you, ladies. You can get your man to change.
And I've been up in the gym just working on my fitness. He's my witness, and I'm gonna rock these I'm gonna rock these in Mexico.
I got some new bathing suits from Mexico too, and I made the mistake of trying them on in very bad bathroom lighting with no spray tan. I was not having a good self-image day.
But here's me talking about how I'm not worried about my bathing suit. Did you know that women aren't the only ones who worry about how they look in a bathing suit? 76% of men worry about how their stomach looks when they hit the beach.
I have a hard time believing that.
And 67% of guys cover up when they're in a bathing suit.
Mm-hmm. I see a lot of men wearing the t-shirt on the beach. And I get it if it's for sun protection, but if you're wearing it because you're trying to hide your belly, that t-shirt gets wet. You see everything anyway. But wearing a shirt for sun protection, I've done that since I was a kid.
All right. Remember that time I told the story on the podcast about all my personal business at Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Yeah, that was only a couple podcasts ago. Seared into our brains.
Now, just let's say hypothetically, after all that, and we don't need to go into any detail, but after that whole episode, I went into the restaurant, ordered me some food, grabbed one of them salt and pepper shakers and used it on my food.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to gross us all out now?
Don't use the pepper, because chances are you've already heard that the menu is the dirtiest item in a restaurant, even dirtier than a toilet seat.
I've never heard that.
Surprisingly, the second dirtiest item in the restaurant isn't the bathroom. In fact, it's right on your table. Before you reach for that pepper shaker, think about how many people have touched it before you. Does it look clean? Is it sticky? Unfortunately, it's not unusual for restaurants to overlook the cleanliness of each individual shaker. This goes for salt, sugar, cheese, and other shakers too. Pepper just happens to beat them in the germ contest.
Why?
I don't know. That comes from consumersafety.org. That is a legit source.
I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense, but I'll take their word for it.
Babe,
I know in a hotel room, the TV remote is the nastiest. It used to be, I think, the telephone, but people don't use the phone anymore.
Oh, but it's everybody uses their cell phone on the can.
No, I'm saying in a hotel room.
No, I'm talking about period.
Okay, but
everyone's cell phone has fessies on it.
I know.
Everybody's cell phone has fessies on it.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying in a hotel room, the TV remote is the nastiest thing. I would think it used to be the telephone, but nobody uses the hotel phone really anymore because you're always using your cell phone. Remember, we used to have to call for a wake-up call from the front desk? Remember back in the good old days?
I've done that relatively recently.
Could I have a 6 a.m. wake-up call, please? People still do that?
Okay, babe, you like shopping deals. Here's the most popular stores in America. Let's see if any of your favorites are on this list. The most popular stores in America are in order: Walmart, McDonald's, Starbucks, Walgreens, Subway.
Oh, I'm surprised at this list.
7-Eleven, CVS, Target, Dunkin' Donuts. It's not one I would. And coming in In last place, well, not last
Not
place,
last, but top 10.
Top 10, Dollar Tree.
Ah. I'm surprised by a couple of those, but I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see where Walmart is closing stores because they're cannibalizing themselves? Did you see that article this week? Because they're having too many Walmarts that have opened too closely to each other, so they're having to close some of them because they're cannibalizing themselves.
Hey, here's a good way to bring it home for Jerome here, because this reminds me of something. I went to my class today, my HIIT class, and the trainer.
What does that stand for?
High intensity interval training.
Interval training. Okay.
So our trainer at the end, we do a little bit of yoga at the end, and he always has like a motivational message for us.
Does he make you chant and do the Om thing?
No. They just
Does he do your third eye?
No.
I never did that in yoga class. I wouldn't do the Oms or the third eye thing.
No, we just do some stretching.
I just think that's weird.
But he always has a motivational message. Today, his message was, go out and compliment a stranger.
Did you?
I didn't. I was at Starbucks and I panicked. I was going to, but then I don't know. Because
why would you panic?
Because I thought they would think it was weird if I just came up to him and said something nice.
You have seen Jerry Raspberry in action more times. He has a compliment for every single person he meets.
I panicked.
It just... what did you want to say to someone?
Everyone was just going about their business in Starbucks, and I just felt weird, like saying hello.
You don't have to do it like that.
I like your shoes.
What's wrong with that?
I
You've had people walk up to you and say, "Excuse me, where'd you get your shoes?"
Yeah,
I really like those. It's easy as that.
He said, "Do that today, but going forward, I think I'm going to try to do that. Maybe once a day, once a week. I don't know.
Start now."
Start now? What do you mean? He said to a stranger, not my wife.
Practice.
Okay. You're very beautiful, and I love you.
That is such a cop out.
You are. You're very beautiful.
That's like a blanket generic.
You're very beautiful. You have a beautiful heart and soul. I love you so good.
Right, that's a little bit better.
Okay, so back to my tidbit news here. Contagious happiness. It turns out that surrounding yourself with happy people will cause that happiness to rub off on you. Researchers found that people who reported feeling happy tended to form their own clusters with one another. They found that your likelihood of happiness rises 15% if a family member or close friend is happy. You know, I've seen that in the reverse too, especially in...
Yeah, you can bring down a room.
Oh, gosh.
I've been told that I bring down a room sometime.
Like in the corporate world, like, you know, people tend to kind of, you know, just like any other social group, they tend to hang out in little cliques and things. Mm-hmm. And if there's like one bad seed or one negative seed, the whole group is negative or bad, you know?
Yeah.
It's just the way it works.
Yeah. Being in like the morning radio show, if Kid used to say that I set the tone for the entire show, he put that on me, but he did too. But yeah, you come in, there's only 4 of us in the room and we got to be interacting with each other. And one person in a foul mood or something, that just, it's weird. The foul mood brings everybody down while a good mood can lift everybody up. But which one's more powerful? I don't know.
I don't know. I'd rather be around happy people myself.
I would too. I mean, but every once in a while, come on, everybody has a bad day.
Sure.
Everybody. Some of us have more bad days than others.
I mean, some people might say we had a bad day here on the podcast.
Did we?
No, I thought it was good.
Except for that whole poop talk. Oh my goodness.
We didn't do poop talk. It wasn't about pooping. It was about the door being open, babe.
Right.
That's what it was about. All right. Well, I mean, we pretty much exhausted our list of topics. Any public service announcements you have or anything?
No, we just want to thank everybody for listening to our podcast. Wherever you download it, we appreciate it so much. A Sandwich and Some Lovin' available wherever you download podcasts. If you would be so kind as to like it and subscribe. I know some people just hit and miss it, but go ahead and subscribe so you'll never miss an episode. You can leave us a 5-star review. It'd be my favorite. And don't forget to also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Alan's going to post some of your barbecuing recipes up there. And you don't want to miss out on those. People love your recipes, baby. And that's also at A Sandwich and Some Lovin' on YouTube.
Subscribe there. Comment and like those videos.
They'll give you you hit a little bell or something that notifies you when you post a new video. And also on social media, you can find A Sandwich and Some Lovin' on Instagram, on Facebook. You can find me everywhere under Kellie Raspberry.
I'm on Instagram at the Alonzo 1971 and Facebook, Alan Evans. A little bit of Twitter.
Not so much.
Alonzo 1971. I like to retweet things. That's the lazy man's game on Twitter.
I respond more on Twitter than anything else, but that's what I do. I communicate with people there.
Yeah, I do too. I'll heart things that I really like. If somebody tags me on Twitter, I always heart it.
Well, I need to find out more about these people that are socially influencing you, babe. We've got a lot to discuss after the podcast.
Yeah, I'll show it to you.
These secret things you've got going on.
It's not secret. It's that I've not done anything for them. They've got something for me, and I accepted it. And
really? What do you do? Is it that male modeling thing?
No, it's not. That never. I told you.
What was it? Cuban Miami?
I told you that would never happen.
What was it again?
The multicultural man.
They missed the boat on.
Yeah, but you know what, babe? I saw some of the ads they were running on Instagram.
Yeah,
and they had some Latino male guys that had like millions of followers. And they had like professional pictures and stuff.
Yeah, we could have hired a professional photographer for you.
I think they might have stumbled across me and said,
maybe they were needing a bargain. Those other guys are really expensive. You're cheap.
I'm very cheap, but I ain't easy.
That's true. You're very difficult. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to be the next male model. I'm disappointed.
You're good for my ego, babe. That's one of the reasons one of the many reasons I love you.
Thank you, honey.
In addition to you being beautiful.
Thanks.
All right, babe.
It's not so hard to give compliments.
Well, this has been fun. I love you desperately.
Love you too.
I love our listeners desperately. But I'm sure we will do this again real soon.
And that bit we didn't get to, I brought, you just wait to next podcast.
It's a good bit.
It's so good.
It's a good bit.
So good, but you got to come back.
You got to tune in next time. All right. Well, in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.